Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to cook some pork chops. But unlike your typical pork chops, these are extremely thick pork chops. Actually 2 inches thick. One of the benefits of cooking sous vide is that you can cook extremely thick cuts of meat like this. I don't know if you can quite see it, but they're definitely almost 2 inches exactly. Basically, this method allows you to cook the meat nice and tender all the way through. I think it's Berkshire Farms pork chops. I don't know, got them at the butcher shop. Had them cut them for me extra thick. They look great. Bone in. I don't know if you can quite see it or not, but you know, there's the T-bone kind of thing going on here. Basically, this is going to be a very simple recipe. All you're going to need is salt and pepper. If you want, optional is throwing a little smoked paprika in there. I kind of want to see if it'll impart a smoky flavor to it. It won't really quite change the flavor that much, but yeah, so first things first, let's get these seasoned up. We're gonna let them sit in the vacuum bag for about an hour before we cook. I'm gonna cook these medium, which is 145 degrees Fahrenheit for approximately 3 hours. So I'm gonna let them sit in the fridge for an hour, let them absorb, you know, some salt and some pepper and kind of let that brining thing happen. And then I'm gonna toss them in the bath for 3 hours at 145 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's get started. We're going to generously season all sides of these with salt and pepper and the paprika. Just be generous with it. These are really large pieces of meat, so you know, you can't really over season them or anything, as they're kind of bland as it is. So yeah, just gonna do that on all sides and toss them in the vacuum bags. Okay, these are so thick you can actually stand them on their sides, which is pretty cool. I didn't trim these at all. I think there's plenty of fat. We're gonna need that for flavor later. But basically, to finish these off, I'm not going to use the blowtorch. I'm just going to pan sear them really quickly in some ghee. And that should take care of the browning we need to get done, which really won't be a lot. That way we'll have just a tiny little thin edge of, you know, well done. And then the rest will be juicy, tender, medium pork. If you'd like to have your pork chops well done, I think medium well is 150 degrees, and then well done, I believe, is 160 degrees. Same amount of time. You know, if you're using thinner pork chops, you can use less time. I'm just going overboard on the time because I just want to, you know, make sure these are nice and cooked, and let some stuff break down in there all the way through. You know, before I eat it. Okay, once again, make sure when you're using seasoned or marinated meats to roll the outside of your vacuum bag outwards, as it makes things a lot easier down the road. You don't get gunk in your vacuum sealer slot. Okay, using the food saver again today. Okay, now that our pork chops are all sealed up, I'm going to go ahead and throw these in the fridge for an hour. After that hour's up, I'm just going to throw them in the water bath at 145 degrees. Alright, so one thing you want to be careful of when you're sealing these up, the sharp bone actually poked a hole in my bag, so I had to wind up resealing these things. So when you're doing that, make sure you just kind of like pinch around where the sharp bone portion is. That way the plastic isn't pulling to stretch it across. It's kind of already there and it's sucking out the air around the meat. So we're all good to go now. I'm gonna go ahead and drop these into our water bath, which is at 145 degrees. Well, close enough. 145 degrees. And we are going to come back in 3 hours when this is all finished. So, see you then. So in addition to these wonderful pork chops, I'm going to make a sauce. It's very similar to my peach spicy sauce that I used on my salmon video, but I'm going to use some mangoes today instead. So what you're going to need is half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, half a teaspoon of paprika, not smoked paprika, just regular. You don't want smoky flavors in your sweet stuff. So anyway, a quarter cup of honey, and some drained fruit. You know, it could be peaches, or I'm going to use mangoes today. And I'm going to mash those up real nice. So the first step is to take your mangoes or peaches, drain all the syrup out. Very important you do this, otherwise it's going to be too syrupy. Okay, so here we go. Got our drained mangoes. What you're going to want to do with these is mash or chop them up. You can use a potato masher if they're soft enough, or you can use like a little just kind of chopper thing I got here. Okay, once your mangoes or peaches kind of look like, I don't know, baby food, something like that, add your quarter cup of honey as well as your other spices, and throw it on the stovetop for, I don't know, to basically till you get it as thick as you like. Alright, there's a quarter cup of honey, half a teaspoon of paprika, and our half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. This will make it pretty spicy, so if you like less spicy, add less cayenne. This will be like, I don't know, hot. Not ridiculous, but pretty hot. So when you're done doing that, stir it up, throw it on the stove top, and just keep simmering it for a while until it's, until it looks good. It's nice and bubbling, and you'll have a nice hot sauce. Okay, once your sauce starts to look like this, where it's reduced a little bit, and you can start to see the fruit through the water level, that's when you know it's done. So go ahead and turn off your heat. I've been having it at medium heat, medium-low heat, for probably 10 minutes or so. So that should give you an idea about how long to cook this sauce. Okay, our 3 hours is up. Okay, there we have it. Next step is to dry these off. Some paper towels or whatever. Make sure you get them nice and dry so that they will sear up nicely. Okay, we've got our hot frying pan. Got a little ghee to it. Okay, here we go. It's going to sear each side very quickly. Get a little brown on it. Doesn't take long. These bone-in chops, you might have to press a little bit to get the full contact with the surface, but the ghee will help that. See, look at that, nicely brown. Doesn't take long at all. Okay, so here's our finished 2-inch thick pork chop. I'm sure you're all dying to know what it looks like on the inside, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this open. Nice sharp knife. And as you can see, it is perfectly pink, perfectly cooked, unbelievable, all the way around. There's not a single raw spot in there, not a single overcooked spot in there. It's just absolutely perfect. Let's go ahead and take a bite. So you can see there's a lot of wonderful juiciness in this pork chop. So, oh man, that's really good. Holy cow, best pork chop ever. I'm gonna drape this with some of my mango chutney sauce, and that's it. But holy cow, does it taste good. Strongly suggest you try this at home. Once your sauce is cooled for a few minutes, go ahead and put it on. It should look kind of like this, kind of like a thick, hot, spicy, delicious mango sauce. I don't know. Anyway, just put it on. You put a lot on, it's really good. Pour it on thick. So okay. There we have it. 2-inch thick cut pork chops with a spicy mango chutney something or other. I'm not sure what the heck it is, but it's freaking delicious. Make it. If you can make big pork chops like this sous vide, there's no other way to cook them. I'm telling you, this is so tender. It's so delicious. I am pretty much blown away. Yeah, that's all I can say. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in any of the equipment I used here in the video today, go ahead and hit the show more button in the description. Is a bunch of links where you can pick up anything from Amazon. So go ahead and bookmark those if you want, and you know, do some shopping. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, and if you've got any questions, just leave a comment or you can message me directly. Thanks again.